Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Shal Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. Today I'm going to talk to you about how Shiva and Shakti manifest this universe through a simple experiment which we have seen in physics. And that experiment is known even to school children in the 8th or ninth or 10th grade, as well as to the top physicists of the universe. Now, in physics, we have an experiment in which we want to show how light, when it comes through a prism, through a medium, becomes very colorful. It has the colors of a rainbow, 7 colors, and light which is actually invisible by itself, if it is projected through a prism, it becomes a fantastic rainbow. Now, this experiment is called the experiment of refraction in physics. Refraction is if there is a wave or a light beam going like this, it hits a surface and it changes its direction, it changes its angle. And what we do in this experiment is that we have the source of light, which may be a light bulb or which may be natural light or whatever, something to beam, and then we put a medium, which is the prism, and when the light hits the prism, it gets refracted, and then in the picture that I showed you, it was just shown that a rainbow color comes out of it, Vibgyor. We know all the 7 colors. But then in some cases, the teachers in the lab may have a screen on which they project these colors and they finally fall there as a spectrum. Now, in the case of Shiva, Mahadev, when he wants to create the universe, in the beginning, before the creation of the universe, when he is by himself and there is no thingness, no things exist, we can say that he is pure light basking within itself, pure energy basking within itself, pure awareness basking within itself. And in Kashmir Shaivism, we have a term for that, and that is Chaitanyam. Now, this Chaitanyam, this pure isness, this God in his unmanifest form wants to manifest. So, with him, he's not actually absolutely alone. He has his power, his Shakti, his agency to execute whatever he wants. So, within him is a built-in Shakti, like fire and heat. So he's not alone while he's alone. Shiva has a Shakti, a power. Shiva alone also means that there is a power in him, and that power is his agency to create things. So if we want to create something and we think of Shakti as the medium, the prism in this case, through which, when the purity of Shiva will get refracted, it will come out as a fascinating rainbow of many colors, which is the creation of the universe itself, the creation of the oceans, the mountains, the breeze, the animals, the butterflies, and the human beings, which is us. This refraction shows us in a great splendor that which was earlier invisible. And we have many colors. Some are bright colors, some are dark colors, some are mellow colors. And therefore, similarly, in creation, we have many shades of things. And that is how, if we take Shiva to be the source of light the origin. Shakti, his agency to be the medium, the prism, which refracts this light through itself. And the rainbow is the projection, which is us, many colors of us. And if we have a screen, we can call it Earth or the universe, and that in turn is also, in this case, a creation of Shakti. So she creates the universe, and then she takes Shiva out from herself, and he comes on to this universe as many colors, many beings, many things, many plays. And this is how the play of Shiva and Shakti takes place. And the most interesting thing is that I believe now that scientists who are continuously working in quantum physics, which is the physics of the small, and general relativity, which is the physics of the big, Saturn, Jupiter, galaxies, and so on, they have now come upon the fact that the smallest units that make up things and molecules and atoms, and therefore life itself, are also shaped as triangles. This is very interesting because we just saw the pyramid, and now we know that the units of life are somewhere in triangles. And the ancient yogis of India have always known the use of triangles in their symbolisms. We have always had the two triangles representing Shakti and representing creation evolving towards a Shakti. The triangle with the base on top and the apex downward is Shakti, which means that she is descending, manifesting herself from somewhere on top, from an invisible source. And the triangle, which has the apex upwards, is basically the male principle. And we could think of it as us, the beings who are then created on this world, trying to ascend back into our source. And when the two join, we have the star of transcendence, because that star has a dot in it, and I have told you many times that the dot on top of the Om is the point of transcendence. So when we who are created by Shakti, by the prism of Shakti, try to evolve back to Shiva and Shakti, we reach finally that point of transcendence, and we come back to the star or even superstar that we all really are, because we are all coming from the same source and we are all stars. And this is how far that little experiment of the prism can take us to our real nature. I hope you like this little video. Join me again next Monday, and I will be back with yet another Shiva wisdom for you. Om Namah Shivaya.